Yes, good afternoon, everyone. As you discussed in the previous classes, we'll have a glance over the Unit 1 on an overall, and later from the next class onwards, we'll be proceeding towards the Unit number 2. So, in the today's class, we'd like to proceed regarding the overall collection of Unit 1 that involves the basic definition of the mechatronics, what is the design process, what are the different components existing in the mechatronic system, what are the major objectives, types of control systems involved in it, different types of processors that are existing, and different types of controllers, its advantages, disadvantages, and the applications as well. We will be having a detailed look over these topics today. Moving on to the basic definition, it's always is a synergetic combination of integration of the overall components such as sensors, actuators, signal conditioners, power electronics, decision and control algorithms, the computer hardware to manage the complexity, uncertainty, and communication engineering. It involves, it specifies clearly that mechatronics is an combination of both the mechanical and electrical at an in a controlled manner as per the systemic guidance will be working without any involvement of the human beings. So greater involvement of the human beings are not necessary for the operation of these control systems based mechatronics, typical actuators. Moving on to the design process of this mechatronics system, it comprises of initially the modeling and simulation. So we all aware of that modeling gives, depending upon the objectives that are required for the future generation, modeling plays a major important role. That is, regarding the public survey, the modelings will be prepared. Depending upon that modeling, simulation activity will be getting performed. Indeed, to commence that simulation activity, prototyping plays a major role in the operation of laboratory process. Hence, the prototyping involves both the hardware design and simulation process with an optimization techniques and the designs that have been performed for minimizing the processor, minimizing the entire process. Later on, the deployment related to the software and for the manufacturers and testing life cycle. So this deployment involves the recognition of a need as per the public needs, major conceptual design, mathematical modeling, different types of sensors and actuators which are need to be updated, and the updated sensors utilization to be utilized or to be utilized in the present prototyping and analysis of the results and development of a detailed model and the basic control system design, which type of system need to be followed. Basically, the closed loop control system plays a major important role because the feedback alignment will be getting sensed back
Still
to the controller.
not well designed or
Later on, the optimization. So optimization is nothing but less economical expense should be, or investment should be imposed for getting the task to be done, and expecting the much more output for the better accessing of this mechatronic system. Here are the major objectives of mechatronic system. It clearly specifies that it's an integration or combination of both mechanical and electrical systems under the computer guidance, nothing but the softwares and hardwares that we are utilizing to run the entire components of this mechatronic system, and to improve the efficiency of this system, reduce the cost of the production, to achieve the higher accuracy and precision, for easy control of the system, customer satisfaction and comfort. Basically, as per the review, the input parameters or the research oriented categorizations have been characterized. Depending upon that, the modeling will be getting done, and based on that modeling, indeed to satisfy the conditions of the modeling, prototyping need to be designed. In that prototyping, will be going on with the simulation activity. If that simulation has been approved, or that results very good as per the input and exhibits the standard values, obviously the system is valid and will be moving for the basic production, that is bulk production or real-time basis of work, moving on to the real-time basis of work. In that, control system plays a major important role. Here, control system will monitor the entire task for different subcomponents that are existing or aligned with an BIU unit, bus interface unit, and the sequencing will be processed by a microprocessor as per the instructions given in the input in the form of an instructions, that is programming to the system. Here, control system has been categorized into two different groups, that is, first one, it is an open loop control system. It doesn't have any feedback to the controller. Ultimately, whatever the input has been given to the system, that particular task will be getting done and corresponding output will be getting generated. And hence, whether the output generated is in the standard limitations or not, there will not be any inspection process here. And most probably, hence, there will not be any feedback, and simultaneously or cyclically, the process will be going on continuous. Whereas in the second condition, that is closed loop control system, it is limited to some extent. There will be a feedback, that is processing from the output range after the processing unit to the measuring device, that is comparison element. And here the comparison element compares with respect to the input given to the system, and after processing different kinds of operations in the processing unit, whether the output has been achieved as per the input conditions or not will be verified. Hence, this feedback will give the values from the output to the comparator. And here, the comparator will clearly summarizes the input conditions and the obtained output. If there is any error that has been identified, that error will be sent to the control unit, and the control unit will make the necessary corrections in the unit for achieving the corresponding outputs as per the design basis. And this is an closed loop control system which is having the correction process, and as per the design requirements, the output will be getting achieved. So this is a major advantage in the case of closed loop control system. That is nothing but a perfect accuracy will be getting maintained in the case of closed loop control system. So the accuracy has been maintained in the manufacturing area, the quality of the products will be very much more. And if the quality has been increased, obviously demand for particular objects will be increased. We'll be having a look at one of the example, that is water level controller. As you have already discussed in the previous classes, that the comparison between the manual way of identifying the filling of the tank or head tank and sensor basis of feedback. Here, when this pilot level has been equalized with respect to the parallel condition that indicates the filling of that particular water tank, and later on the water will be exit towards the outside or output area. By looking at that leakage of the water, will be getting noticed that the tank has been filled away and we need to switch off the motor switch. And here in the case of these sensors, here the manual interaction plays a major important role. Upon visualization, we alone will be going to the electrical switchboard, and we have to switch off that particular switch or motor. In whether in the case of these sensor bases, the motor connectivity switch will be getting cross aligned with respect to the level sensor or level transmitter. Here, upon switching on, this level sensor also will be getting in a highlighted mode. When the water level has been mapped to a maximum condition or maximum limit, when that limit has been reached, the sensor will sense the signal and sing the level of the particular water tank and will give the signal to the controller, and controller will give the signals for an electrical power supply to switch off the motor connectivity or to disconnect the power supply for motor. As there is no any involvement of the human beings here, this plays a major important role. And even we have discussed that almost all the electrical power supply will be existing straightforward in connectivity. In our domestical basis also, we are being utilized in modern houses manufacturing or designing process. And the person, when he have been opened the door, automatically it senses that the someone has been arrived to the room, and automatically the tube lights or whatever the lights that has been fixed will be getting switched on. Later on, upon moving towards the fan, it recognizes the human beings and automatically the fan will be getting rotated. So here there are different types of sensors that plays major role, because indeed to increase the RPM of the fan or else the speed of the fan, manually we used to increase the resistance of the regulator, and hence upon increasing the voltage capability, the RPM of the fan will be getting increased. Simultaneously, by recognizing the echo factors or voice recognitions is also an transmitter or transceiver, which increases the fan speed or RPM of this fan by our voice commands. There will be a program that will be programmed with the processor and relates to the controller into a mutual connection. When the voice signals has been recognized, obviously the rotation of the fan will be increasing. For that, different types of sensors has been utilized. We'll be discussing it. Basically, what is meant by a sensor in the sense, it is an element which is not subjected to a physical change, but experiences a related change. So based upon the related change, here specifies that based upon the given input, output will be getting generated. So that is either manually or else with respect to a transmitter or a transducer. So here, what plays a transducer? It's an element which is subjected to physical change experience as a related change. The basic example of these LVDT is basically the sensor is LVDT. Transducer is nothing but the tactile sensors. Tactile sensors is nothing but the touch sensors. So when you have been given the input externally, then only the transducer will be highlighting. So how we will be selecting these types of sensors, whether it may be of a displacement sensor, position sensor, proximity sensor, touch type, non-touch type, etc. Depending upon the size of the displacement and displacement type, whether it may be an angular type or the linear type, resolution required, what is the type of resolution required, accuracy that has been required, material of the object, material of the object, and cost effective. Cost effective here, as per the economical basis, the input cost and the in process cost and the transportation, the goods in the transportation, and finally in the warehouse and in the retail basis need to be com- coming into the force. And these and all are the economical factors need to be considered as an investment. Here, in D2, actuate the different types of sensors, transducers, and actuators. The microprocessor plays a major important role here. Microprocessor. It's a computer made up of four blocks. It is central processing unit, memory, the CPU does the actual computing, and arithmetic and logical operations were performed and manages the flow data. Regarding the memory, temporary storage and permanent storage, and in process ability of the information. Coming to the components, input and output ports, that is for the commands initiating for the process. Output generates the corresponding output depending upon the processing. Busing. Busing plays a major important role that in which register. So here register in the sense the storage location. At which location, that is nothing but location is nothing but the address bus. So address here specifies that particular data has been stored in a particular place. For example, in the D drive, and that is also in an education folder, that is also in subfolder of mechatronics. So on so data is being existing. Here unit 1 material is being existing. Likewise, that address need to be specified in which database, in which folder, and in which subfolder, with which name particular data is saved, and to which place it has to be transferred. We are utilizing by connecting the USB, that is the external device, either it may be then pen drive or CD or hard disk, will be transferring our files from one location to the another location. That is from this D drive any subfolder to transferring to that particular pen drive. So we have sources in our computer that is also existing in a particular folder. So that is nothing but saving in a particular register that is being transferred from that source place to the externally connected device. So that is an address bus, and the data transfers between the CPU and the particular device which is connecting either externally or automatically that has been fixed in the internal database. Controlling bus, how much time it is being consuming for reading and writing. So here transferring in the sense initially it has to read the entire data, and that particular data it need to be written in a destination folder. So hence these are the different types of components existing in the case of mechatronic system. Looking at the microprocessor as per the input output and the components that we have been discussed now. Here microprocessor comprising of an set of units, that is ALU operations, that is arithmetic and logical unit processing device, and controller. Controller will control the entire task with an uniform connectivity or interlink case connectivity for each and every block, that is memory, RAM and ROM, temporary storage and permanent storage in input output devices. So when the input has been obtained from the different kinds of sensors, just now we have been discussed the example of water level controller, and after filling the water tank the sensor will give the input to this here. From the sensor will be having an input, and this corresponding input will be having a bilateral connectivity to the controller, and hence this controller will recall the memory, that is how much time the motor is need to be switched on, etc. Data will be captured, and overall calculations will be getting done with respect to the ALU and how many time it is going to be finished or filling the tank, and will give the commands to the particular destination folder as per the address has been considered, and that particular data indeed to give the commands the data is required. The data will be fed with respect to the interconnectivity of the controller, and this controller will guide the electrical signals in the address bus to the output or indicators or actuators to cut off the motor from the input to the output. Hence, this as the block diagram describes about the automatical control system. There is also a closed loop control system because from the sensors we are getting the feedback that the maximum limit of the water tank has been reaching. So hence these indicators or actuators will come into the actuating force. Another one more example that we have been discussed. Indeed, to increase the RPM of the motor from the sensors, that for getting 1000 RPM, presently the motor is being rotating with respect to 960 RPM. It need to be compensated to 1000 RPM. So from the sensor, we are getting a feedback that 960 RPM only the rotations are getting at an output range, and that will be taken as an input from the sensor. From the instance tachometer, from the tachometer to the input, and corresponding controller will give the calculations, and this ALU controller will ask the clarification from the ALU, and to compensate that 40 RPM more, how much resistance need to be provided or how much voltage need to be provided. That and all will be calculated with respect to the microprocessor, and controller will act as a common controlling alignment for the overall components in the circuit system, and this data bus will executes that corresponding data for increasing the resistance to a particular destination that is addressed for simultaneously the actuator, and hence the input will be increasing furtherly, that in the form of an voltage. Simultaneously the output will be getting reached or compensated to the required 1000 rpm. Hence we'll be seeing some of the instructions related to the microprocessor and the optional optical codes. Each processor has its own instructions, set and commands depending upon the input constraints. It can move the data, it can perform the mathematical operations, it can perform the logical operations, but it will be varied with respect to the type of the processor and based upon its capacity, type of the processor, and based on the capacity of the processor. Each instructions will be having an opcode, operational code, and in the electrical format or the digital area, we are having an binary value associated to it. Almost in the digital coding system, it has been driving with only zeros and ones. An accumulator, here an accumulator in the sense it is a temporary storage device which is stacking within data and moving to a particular destinations, or between one folder to the another folder, or to an one device to the another device, or the device internally to the external device. So accumulator is a temporary storage device which will be having the capacity of registers or capacity of storing some of the bits of the information that is depending upon the register's capacity. Some of the machine codes, the program that the CPU follows represented by either binary coding system, different types of as per different codes system coding systems, that is either decimal system, binary system, or hexadecimal system, etc. Mnemonics, you have been gone across it. That abbreviation is representing an operational code as in the mnemonics, that the programs written in assembly language use some of the codes instead of writing the entire word. That is, for example, for parallel, indeed to give the command as in parallel, we'll be having a particular code that PARLEL. Actually, the parallel spelling is PARLLEL, but we'll be having the parallel code PARLEL. Perpendicular, the correct spelling for perpendicular is PARPENDICULAR. But here in the mnemonics, there will be a code that will be understanding by the machinery language, that is PARPNDLR. So likewise, we'll be having a particular codes which will minimize the entire spelling and gives the instructions that is understandable to the machinery as per the machinery language. Hence the program counter used to point the memory address of instruction to be performed, fixing of the execution cycles. Going with the microcontrollers, it is a system. In yesterday's class, we have been discussed that it's a combination of overall the devices or overall the components of the electrical systems, which involves this CPU, ROM, RAM, interrupt system, input output ports, timers and controllers, analog to digital converters, simultaneously the digital to analog converters, other interfaces, and this all comprising of set is called this VLSI, very large scale integrated circuit, very large scale integrated circuit involves this microprocessor to give the instructions simultaneously for all the components with the n number of pins existing for it. From each and every pin, corresponding address data will be secure and input commands will be taken. Data transferring lines will be connected apart with the timers and controllers, basic power supply, ground connectivity, input power and output power, and even the halting serial bus interconnectivity. This and all plays a major role, and the connectivity, interconnectivity, and the very large scale integrated circuit is likewise. These are the connectivity schematical structure. These are the interrupt systems. When we need the interruptions or passing, resuming, stopping, etc., will be accessed by this interrupter system. And CPU, which performs the overall operations such as arithmetical, logical calculations, etc. Generating of clock generations as per the time basis, it will be recorded. Input, output, data, and the address will be getting given access to this by these ports, and even the similar data will be accessing out after performing a particular task. And serial interfacing, temporary storage and permanent storage, and timers how many number of times the entire task has been performed. If at all any conversions are required from the analog to the digital or digital to the analog, the corresponding activities will be getting done. And overall, this will be in interconnecting with respect to the CPU. And here the CPU will be comprising of two different factors, that is processor as well as the controller. Controller is having the bi-connectivity. This bi-connectivity or interconnectivity between the all the components. Coming to the advantages point of view, this mechatronic system have an high level of integration because VLSI, LLSI, SLSI. This plays a major role, and this increase the functionality and the better design, more useful of electronics and software interaction. And with respect to the software interaction, the electrical components will be in a working mode. As per the new schedules, using of this artificial intelligence and intelligent process controls are being increased, multi-sensory and programs environments, high reliability and safety, and even high responsive nature with an high accuracy maintenance, improved and less expensive control. As per the economical basis, it is very much less when compared to the operational cost of the numerical control mode or else the manual mode of operation. This initial cost or the that is the prototyping cost will be very much high, or executing or installation cost will be very much high, but the processing cost will be very much less, and maintenance also is very much less in operation of these mechatronic systems. But by this, or by replacing as per the NC2 these CNC basis or mechatronics basis, the quality will be getting increased definitely, and the quantity of manufacturing in the industrial basis also increasing. These are the major advantages as per the mechatronic system. Going to the limitations or disadvantages of this mechatronic system, That is, initial cost is very much high. As you have already discussed, that installation costs only will be increasing, but maintenance and operational costs will be very much less. And the lifetime also is very much increased. There is a greater advantage with respect to the mechatronic system. The initial cost is very much high. The complicated design and system, only the expert candidate can able to work out for the maintenance activity. In the case of this mechatronic system, there is a greater limitation in the mechatronic system. The repair and maintenance is complex. Yes, it specifies that only the skillful worker, those who are having the entire awareness on that particular system, those candidates only can monitor and resolve the factors or problems that has been identified. And even the replacement is also very much difficult. And if the entire components and its working design has been known to him, and hence it can be progressed. Going on to the some of the applications where we have been utilizing in our daily basis and identifying in different sectors of operation. So smart consumer products and home security, opening of doors, locks, etc. In spy cameras, microwave ovens, toasters, dishwashers, laundry washer dryers, climate control units, etc. In the medical characterizations, implant devices, assisted surgeries, haptic, etc. In the defense cases, unmanned air, ground, and underwater vehicles, smart munitions, munitions, jet engines, etc. The manufacturing cases, in the robotics, trams, automobiles, etc. And in the automotive conditions is climatic control, anti-lock braking system, active suspension, cruise control, airbags, and the engine management system. And the detailed engine management system application also have been learned in the applications also in the applications class. Coming to the network and centric distributed systems, distributed robotics, tele-robotics, intelligent highways, that indicates the entire directions in the intelligent highways, because it is whether it is in working mode or any diversions required, it will be clearly identifying with respect to the network centric system zone. So these are the overall glance of the entire unit 1, and with this we'll be concluding this unit 1, and from the tomorrow's class we are moving on to the unit number 2. Thank you.